They forced my hand. I could still feel the pen in my fingers, its weight heavier than any I'd held before. Just sign it, Daniel. It's for the good of the company. That's what they said, but I knew better. This wasn't about the company. This was about control. A week earlier, I'd been in the boardroom, blinds drawn tight to keep out the blazing sun. Daniel, you're brilliant with numbers, a genius in operations. But the butt hung in the air, sticky and heavy. I didn't move. Didn't speak. Nathan, our CEO, smiled that sharp, artificial smile that never quite reached his eyes. You lack vision, he said finally. You don't see where the market is going. The others nodded like obedient marionettes. I'd built this company from a 2-person startup in a shoebox office to a thriving multi-million-dollar operation. But suddenly that wasn't enough. They'd been plotting for weeks. I wasn't invited to key strategy meetings. Important memos never landed in my inbox. And the junior partner I'd mentored for years had stopped making eye contact. It was all so neat, too neat. The final blow came with a sheet of paper, share transfer agreement. Sign here, Nathan said softly. It's just business. It wasn't just business. It was theft dressed up in legal language. I read the fine print anyway, clause by clause. I knew they had me cornered. I'd personally guaranteed the company's expansion loan 6 months ago, thinking it was temporary. Now they were using it as leverage. Sign or we let the loan default and drag your name into the mud. So I signed. I handed them my shares, my position, my seat at the table, and I walked out quietly. No fight, no drama. To them, it looked like submission. But as the heavy doors closed behind me, I felt something they couldn't see. Not rage, not humiliation, clarity. That night, I sat alone in my apartment, city lights flickering in the distance. On my coffee table lay 2 things, a cheap glass of bourbon and a file folder I'd been keeping for months. Inside copies of loan agreements, contracts, and one small but critical detail Nathan and his cronies had overlooked. The company's expansion loan, the one they'd weaponized against me, was held by a regional bank teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. A bank desperate for capital. I took a slow sip of bourbon and leaned back. They thought they'd won. They didn't realize the ground beneath their feet was already shifting. They took my shares. I took their foundation. They thought I'd vanished. After I signed the shares away, Nathan didn't even bother calling. No check-in. No thank you for making the hard choice. To them, I no longer existed. And that was fine, because the less they saw me, the better. For the first week, I stayed quiet. No calls, no emails, no public appearances. I let them celebrate. A LinkedIn post from Nathan. Proud to lead our incredible team into the next phase of growth. Grateful for the foundation laid by those before us. The future is bright. No mention of me, not even a line. But I wasn't sitting idle. Every morning I reviewed financial statements. Not theirs. Theirs were already a house of cards. I reviewed the books of Riverside first, the small regional bank holding the company's 12-month expansion loan. On paper, Riverside looked stable. In reality, it was bleeding. Bad investments. A portfolio riddled with risky commercial loans. Leadership too proud to admit they were drowning. They'd been courting buyers for months. No one bit. Until now. I spent my evenings in silence, laptop glowing against the dark. Every detail mattered. Who Riverside owed. What regulators were watching. How much cash injection would keep them afloat. By day 10, I had a number. 25 million. That's what it would take to buy controlling interest. A year ago, that number would have felt impossible. But I wasn't the same man they'd pushed out of the boardroom. I still had allies. Investors who trusted me not because I was flashy, like Nathan, but because I delivered. Quietly, relentlessly. Daniel, it was Marcus, an old contact in private equity. You're telling me you want to buy a bank. Not a bank, I corrected. The bank. There was a pause. Why? I'm not in the habit of explaining strategy before it's executed. Another pause. Then a low laugh. That's the Daniel I remember. 3 calls later, I had soft commitments for 18 months. The rest, I'd cover myself. I wasn't risking everything. I was investing in control. Meanwhile, Nathan's team continued posting sunny updates. Secured 3 new clients this quarter. expanding into new markets. They didn't realize their cash flow depended on Riverside first extending favorable terms, and they didn't know Riverside was about to have a new owner. One night I visited Riverside's headquarters, a modest brick building in a sleepy town. I didn't go inside. I just stood across the street in the winter air, watching employees shuffle out, heads bent against the wind. This wasn't about revenge. It was about leverage. Control isn't about shouting. It's about holding the one thing no one else realizes is vital. Until it's too late. By the end of the month, I signed the papers. Riverside First was mine, and with it, the fate of Nathan's company sat neatly in my hands. They forced me out. I bought the roof over their heads. The first call came on a Tuesday morning. Daniel. It was Nathan. I hadn't heard his voice since the day I signed away my shares. But this time, there was no smugness. No casual confidence. Just strain. Hey, listen. We're in a bit of a situation. I didn't respond right away. The silence stretched until he coughed nervously. Riverside just called. They're adjusting the terms of our loan. Suddenly, interest rate hikes, stricter covenants. I leaned back in my chair, staring out the window. This is serious, Daniel. They're demanding immediate partial repayment, or they'll call in the loan entirely. That does sound serious. What Nathan didn't know, what no one at his company knew, was that I was Riverside now. Every demand, every letter, every unforeseen policy shift came directly from my orders. This wasn't spite. It was leverage. I let him ramble for another minute before I spoke. You seem surprised, Nathan. Didn't you once say the company was solid, that nothing could shake it? He hesitated. That's not the point. Look, I know we've had our differences, but maybe we could find a solution. Together. A solution. Yeah. Collaborate. Maybe even bring you back in. Bring me back in, I said softly. I could almost hear him swallow on the other end. By the end of the week, cracks began to show. Vendors reported late payments. 2 clients pulled out after rumors of financial instability leaked to the press. Employees whispered in hallways, "Do you think we'll make payroll this month?" Nathan's second call came 3 days later. Daniel, Riverside won't budge. I don't know what's going on over there, but Nathan, I said his name like a scalpel cutting through noise. He stopped. Yes. You remember the day you made me sign away my shares? There was silence. I remember, I continued calmly. You said it was just business. Nothing personal. I didn't mean it wasn't personal for me either. Not then. But now, I let the pause hang like a blade over his head. Now it's strategy. The next morning, Riverside called in the loan. Nathan's company had 10 days to repay $12 million or face foreclosure on assets. Board meetings grew tense. We need bridge financing. No bank will touch us, not with this hanging over our heads. Can we sell off assets? Cut staffs. Cut staff, that'll tank morale. It's tanking already. Meanwhile, I was calm. I'd already started buying up their distressed debt on the secondary market. Quietly, efficiently, without drawing attention. Soon, I controlled not only their loan, but also the majority of their outstanding obligations. They didn't realize yet, but their entire house of cards was standing on my palm. Nathan's third call came late at night. His voice was hoarse. Daniel, please, you don't have to do this. You've made your point. Let's talk terms. Terms, yes. We'll bring you back. Full equity, leadership, whatever you want. I took a slow breath. Whatever I want. Yes. Just don't let us go under. I stared at the city skyline lights, twinkling like fragile stars. Then I said quietly, you still don't get it, do you? Get what? This was never about going back. The next morning headlines hit. Key creditors move against tech firm amid loan crisis sources. Say former co-founder behind debt consolidation. Nathan's company was spiraling. Their stock tanked, their employees panicked. And still, I remained invisible. They took everything from me. Now they answer to me. The boardroom felt different now, or maybe it was them who felt smaller. Nathan sat at the head of the table, his once bright eyes dull with exhaustion. The other partners flanked him, faces pale and drawn fingers drumming nervously on polished oak. In front of them sat a single document. "My document," Daniel Nathan began, his voice hoarse. "We're prepared to agree to your terms. Just don't let the company go under." He tried to smile, but it collapsed halfway. I didn't return the gesture. Instead, I leaned forward, my pen resting lightly between my fingers. "Read the terms again," I said softly. They had no choice. The company's loan's mine now. Their vendor contracts renegotiated on my timetable. Their employees half already interviewed by headhunters I'd quietly recommended. I didn't need them, but I wanted them to understand. Nathan's hands trembled as he scanned the paper. "You're acquiring 100% ownership," he murmured. "Yes, and the partners walk away with severance equal to 6 months' salary." "That's generous," I said calmly, considering the alternative. Silence. They all knew the alternative. Foreclosure, bankruptcy, their reputations in ashes. One of the junior partners cleared his throat. Why? Why are you doing this?" I turned to him, my gaze steady. 2 years ago, I was forced to sign away my shares in this company. That was business, you said. Nothing personal. I let the weight of my words hang in the air. This isn't personal either. It's balance. Nathan's shoulders slumped. "Fine," he whispered. "You win." Those words didn't spark triumph in me. No joy, no vindication. Just stillness. I picked up the pen. The room felt like it was holding its breath as I signed my name with deliberate calm. One signature. That was all it took to end them. When I pushed the folder back across the table, Nathan didn't look up. "You're the owner now," he said quietly. "It's yours." "No," I corrected him gently. "It was always mine. You just borrowed it for a while." I stood and buttoned my jacket. Daniel Nathan called out as I reached the door. I paused. Yes, was this revenge? I glanced over my shoulder. No, revenge is loud. I opened the door, my voice low but sharp. This is power. And I walked out without looking back. They forced me out. Now I own their future. Subscribe, leave a comment, and follow me to hear more incredible stories coming your way.